bruh, bruh. We got this new event that's probably about a week left before it's gone. At least that's what it looks like. It says up here. But this new event that I'm glad this is like the first real event that they actually done in this game, and we get goodies. We get goodies. All right, so let's get into this video. Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to another video for Lord of Heroes. Now I need you to hit those like and subscribe buttons as I'll be posting that content eventually. All right, there's been some things that I wanted to talk about as far as like some of the changes that they made, some of the things that I kind of. It was funny because when I was writing my notes for this video, they actually made some of those changes, and we want to get right into the changes that they have done. All right. So if you haven't played since the beginning of the game, one of the big things that they did change was they gave us a dungeon where we can get some EXP pots. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing because the method that we had to use before, which is a method you still gonna use, is not the best. The same with get and go. Like I mean, you do get a decent amount. Well, I won't say a decent amount, but you get gold, but most of the time you're still going to spend your time in a hall of trials to do your goals. Speaking of, they actually added an auto repeat function, but the auto repeat is based off of your hero, your lord's level. So whatever your lord's level is, that's the amount of times that you can auto repeat. And then it's not any big functions to it, just simple enough. If you die, it's going to end and you have to start it over. But at the very least, you do have an auto repeat function, so you can just like not come back for about 10 minutes and you be Gucci. But since we are that's 15 times I'm level 16, so maybe it's one level behind. All right, maybe I lied. I don't exactly know how it works, but I know it does pertain into your lord's level. You're somewhere around your lord's level. That's how many times. Okay, hey, look, see, it shows it right here. It adds it in right here. Auto repeat 15 times. So at level 18, we get 17 times. So yeah. So it's the level behind the level. So you have to hit two levels. That's what it's looking like. Every two levels, you get the number behind that level. That's what it's looking like. So yeah, that's kind of how that works, which is a pretty cool thing. One thing that still haven't really changed much that kind of sucks is some of the farming for rooms for the class. Those are difficult to get. So if they give us more events like that, that would be great. But what's really hard to get are your promotion materials. And like this is hard to farm. Like you have to like grind stages to get these or spend money, and even then you don't get many of them. Like you have to spend a lot of money, and there's no real good way to actually farm those because you're not guaranteed to get the 3-star versions, especially when you're going for 6-star and things. And then your agits, a whatever these you can't buy or farm effectively in any kind of way. Like they supposed to drop as well, but you not guaranteed the one that you're looking for. It's rare. They even rarer to drop than these agates or whatever they're called. Like the class based ones just don't drop at all. They definitely need to improve upon that. Add something in a dungeon for that, or just make them a little more accessible and farmable. That's been a bit of a problem. One thing that they did add was the guild boss. You have a guild boss, but you have to have at least 10 people in your guild. Currently, we don't have that. I kicked everybody out. I might have some footage planned or something. If not, then you won't be able to get to see that until I'm actually able to get like extra accounts, join my guild, that kind of stuff. All right. But you do have a guild shop as well. They call alliances in the game, but this shit is all the same. Guild. Eat it. All right. So you get a bunch of little different mats that you can get from there. This is how much I have, how much it costs, and all of that stuff. You get a okay amount and everything. But the one thing that is real great is you can buy energy here. This is the place where you can buy energy to refresh your energy. I still think there should be some work done for more for the energy refreshing. This is a start. I can say it's better than not having any energy refreshing because like the moment you're out of energy, especially if you're not spending money and buying energy, you're done. You pretty much gotta just play another game until your energy refreshes and you can grind again. So that kind of does limit you and hold you back a bit. They did added in another hero where you can purchase them here. They've been adding in a bunch of different heroes. Like it's one I haven't even covered. I haven't put on the tier on my current tier list or anything like that. I am working on a better early game tier list as well as mid game dungeons, all of that stuff. I'm gonna have that stuff coming, but coming in the future. But we're just gonna take our little time with all of that. Nothing big right off or anything like that. But in the future, we're gonna have that kind of stuff. So there is some things you can get. I believe this here is like your skill ups. You can get specific skill ups for certain heroes and things of that nature. So there's some nice goods that's in here. One thing that also wasn't at the start of the game was the crafting system. Now the crafting system, I don't quite like how it functions because I really don't use it like at all. You can only craft 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star items. So what makes this a problem is if you because the only way you can get the materials for crafting is through dismantling. And the only kind of items you can dismantle, like you can multi-sell your basic items, but you can only dismantle your class specific items. And you will get the materials from dismantling them. Since it is only the class specific items, it does limit you to what you're capable of getting. Like let's say, and you see it gives us some materials here. If we go to craft and click on the 6-star, do we have enough to make 6-star? Not quite. We're sort of kind of getting there, but we're not quite there. We still need like a bunch more. Or maybe we got something from the warrior. Because was that the warrior? No, that was striker that we had. Yeah, see, but we still don't have enough. See, and you can only use those kind of. So if I wanted, because like on average, you're going to get probably a bunch of 4-star stuff. So if I dismantle the 4-star, the only thing it's going to give me is 4-star material. So I'm not going to be able to use those materials to get a 5 or 6-star gear or anything like that. So what ends up happening is I just sell it just for gold. There's no point of dismantling. Like maybe early on in the game when you trying to actually build your teams and meet certain stat requirements and the gear that you get just doesn't meet those stat requirements, then maybe dismantling it to make something else later on might be beneficial, but in all actuality it still needs some work. It's just not great. It's just not great. It should be the star grade of the item should not change. It should just be like you need more instead of just having 4-star be 4-star, 5-star be 5-star. It's like it's the same exact items. You just need more of the items. Like you only need 5 of a specific material for 4-star, and then maybe you need 10 for 5-star, 15 or 20, 25 or something like that for 6-star. Just something that will be better suited so it just doesn't turn out bad. And that's just kind of one of the changes that I want specifically for the game. But that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? You can leave that down in the comment section below. One of the other changes that I am so happy that they did, and one of my buddies, Lucid Forge, was talking about that too, is like when you're leveling up, when you hit the auto select, before it just like you just was like you had a few things, but now you hit the auto select, it throws everything in and it shows you how much of the level that you get, everything all at once, which is great. But you can also just click on the plus, and then you can drag it to how much you want to put in. Click on it and all of that. If I had some of the other pots, you can mix and match and add those in too. So I'll be able to like click on these pots, and it gives me some of those to show you how much out of the ones that I have and how much I have left over. Can click it, then it gives me everything back. That kind of stuff. So this was probably the biggest quality of life change that I'm glad that they did. It makes it easier when leveling because a lot of times you just want to spend time grinding, getting your pots up. At least I don't like to just throw all my pots in at once. I like to grind up a bit, get a few hundred of them, and then level up so I can hit big gains at one time. So I might do a whole day or two of grinding, and then like that following day or that third day, I just put it all in to my team, get that extra push, that extra boost, and then clear the content that I might be stuck at and all of that stuff. So we're getting closer and closer to the global release. I'm going to do my best to try to get out some content to you guys. I've been working, so a lot of my time has been taken up to that. I got other stuff that's been going on in my life, so we'll get out content as we can. I really want to get myself back in the swing of things, but it's not as easy as I would like it to be. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you smash that like button. If you didn't, there is a button for you guys as well. If you new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn those post notifications on because we're going to be having more Lord of Heroes content. I generally talk about a bunch of other games as well in between times, but since I don't have like as much time to put into a lot of it, we're going to just be focusing mostly on Lord of Heroes. So don't be shocked if you see anything new pop up on the channel or anything like that. But until then, this is your host, Gamer Dude 2088, and I will see you guys next time. And I'm out. Deuces.